So what is somatic breath work? First, I'm going to have to tell you what it is to be a human being. We live in a life, we live in a world, we live in a reality where stress is abundant, trauma is abundant, suppression and repression is an abundant thing in our cultures, in our mindsets. And the human being wasn't meant to store stress or trauma. What happens when we store stress and trauma in our bodies is we become suppressed, repressed, and then depressed, and then eventually turns into dis-ease. And so with somatic breath work, there's two parts. The first part is being able to go deep within ourselves. I mean really deep into the instinctual self. So not the storyteller, not the emotional center, but the instinctual centers of our nervous system, where all of this stress is actually stored in our bodies. And it allows us to express that stress on an instinctual level. I know there's a lot of you out there like, oh, hey, I let my emotions, I'm really good with emotions. I'm really good with being an observer of my thoughts and realities. And I'm here to tell you that it goes even deeper than that. It goes beyond, it goes underneath the emotional level of the human experience. And this is where this energy, the stress, gets stored. So somatic breath work is the opportunity to release stress. That is, the things that have happened in the past, not necessarily what is happening to you in this moment. When we become stressed, we get micro stress, and then we get big stress and trauma, and that just adds on to our system, our nervous system. And like I said, when we don't release these things, when we don't discharge that energy, we become dysfunctional, we become less optimal, we become less of who we really are. We become less alive as a human being. We start to check out. We start to avoid things. We start to avoid our emotions and our thoughts and being alone. So the first part of somatic breath work is just the part that allows us to express on a very instinctual, primal level that is beyond, it is underneath emotions and thoughts. And when this happens, magic happens, because then we can fill ourselves up with sensation, feelings. We can become more alive as a human being. The emotional work, the thought work, our beliefs and our purpose and our understanding of our humanity and who we are becomes much more clear. Joy can actually live in the body where it belongs instead of hiding from it. There's so much of an opportunity to reconnect with our body and bring our mind into our body, and much more than that. And then the second part of somatic breath work has to do with allowing you the opportunity to show up how you want to show up in the world, to embody your purpose. If you know there was more to this life than you're feeling and experiencing right now, this is the opportunity for you to consciously choose to repattern yourself with elevated emotions and how you want to show up and what your purpose is and your unique expression of who you are as a human being. Somatic breath work. I've done a lot of breath work in my life, and I've done Wim Hof method and some other things that aren't so popular right now. But at first I was like, "What is this? What is this? Is this just Wim Hof? What's going on?" And as soon as I had my very first discharge of energy, it clicked. had my aha moment. I understood how much better I can discharge energy on a daily level so stress doesn't have to build up within me. It's been a beautiful, beautiful, life-transforming thing. And somatic breathwork is done with another person because our nervous systems, our electrical systems, are subconsciously, that is, communicating with each other all of the time. We're always, our subconscious mind is always asking ourselves, are we safe? That is the very first question. And so when doing somatic breath work, it is done with a practitioner because we create a safe space for everybody involved, whether that's privately, one-on-one, or in a big group, to express and to move this energy out and to defy all of the things that our society puts upon us with its belief systems, with its restrictions. And this allows people to find out what it means to actually have a healthy, regulated nervous system that can fluctuate. And that gives people the ability to choose, and that is health. Consciously being able to choose who you are in the world and how you show up is the true definition of health. So there's so much more to somatic breathwork than this, but for now, I will leave you with this.